My project, Sea Empress, explores the vast and diverse world of algae. My focus was on the contradictory nature of algae and how they are equally helpful and harmful. Algae provides us with half of our oxygen needs, but can also be toxic and deadly. I was fascinated by how beautiful algae can be when looking through a microscope, despite the repugnance it can bring to one's mind. That is also how the subversive nature of algae spoke to me, in the context of subversive botanics. As a separate source of inspiration, I used traditional Chinese art to draw on the aesthetics of fragility, sublimity, and power all in one place, as that's what the kingdom of algae or Protista represents in my mind. The achieved textiles use the screen printing technique to apply surface patterns on 100% cotton fabrics. The color palette is centered on the brightness of the variety of shades of algae, and it celebrates the magnitude of their impact on the planet. It is also inspired by the natural aquatic habitat. Acetabularia is a placement print inspired by an algae species also beautifully known as the mermaid's wineglass. I used a blend of pink and white shades to create a gradient effect on the pattern. Saccharina latissimi was inspired by the brown algae. I used a stripe repeat for the motifs, hinting at the usually elongated shapes of the brown algae. I used a deep navy blue and pink with silver shimmering through. Coccolithophore represents the phytoplankton, a one-celled marine plant depicted under a microscope. It's mostly found in tropical waters, and large blooms can even be visible from space. I used the stripe repeat pattern with gradient color shift from brighter purple to deep shimmery purple. Ulothrix is a type of green algae that is mostly found in cooler climates. The long filaments of small cells attach themselves to surfaces. I created a symmetrical or mirror repeat to render the thread-like structures of Ulothrix. I chose a mix of cyan and navy blue to hint at the coolness of low temperatures that this algae thrives in. Botryococcus is a planktonic microalga that has potential to become a source for biodiesel in the future. It's made up of many irregularly connected spherical cells floating along in the water. To reflect this, I used a scattered repeat pattern and an overlay of colors to create an impression of a thick net that the colonies of Botryococcus create. Thank you for listening. You can also access this presentation via the video link provided on the slide.